Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a Mountain Culture beer, a New England IPA. Surprise, surprise. So 7.4%. Oh, and it's called Kaleidoscope. Pretty simple but effective can artwork. Very trippy. It's the sort of art stuff I'd do when I was at school. Just like real bright colours and sort of simple patterns and stuff. Cheers again, Brandon. Good to see you, bro. So yeah, we just did a West Coast IPA by White Bay prior to this one, and yeah, time for a hazy. Mixing it up. I've got my Carwin Cellars glass again. First one, you get the blue ribbon. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm just like talking for future viewers, sort of thing. So I'll read what it says on the back just to give a bit of info, the hops and whatever notes, etc. More people coming in now. Juice Trip. Is that the new one, Craig? I see they've got a new one out. They had the original one, I think, was in a pink can. The one they've just brought out, I think, is blue and yellow. Oh, it's a bit of a loss. Yeah. So this one looks very nice. Let's see what the colour looks like in the camera. No, that actually looks all right, that one. It's not far off. It's a little bit light. It's probably more of a slightly brighter, darker orange, but yep. Yeah, when they're piney, I like it because you don't really expect that sort of pine in hazies, but yeah, because I'm a West Coast lover, it's like a refreshing change. It's got a good like retention on it. So yeah, I'd say appearance, you'd probably say cloudy. And yeah, as I said, it's more of a bright orange. It looks a little darker than what it is in the camera. It's weird because the last beer looked way darker and this one looks lighter. 2 to 3 finger head, like very foamy. Carbonation looks pretty light. And I would say the body, probably high-end medium. Looks like it's got a bit of thickness to it. Let's go with. Welcome in, everyone. Oh, it's got a very nice smell to it. Like sort of candied like stone fruit and citrus. Yeah, that definitely hurts. He's been didn't he win in your last flag, didn't he win the Norm Smith? Cheers, Hamish. Welcome in. Good to see some new people a bit. Yeah, bloody oath, dude. Ooh. It's probably similar to that. Remember when we had that awesome sauce at Carwin? It's sort of got the same appearance and sort of sweet smell to it. Yeah, for sure. She's having her dinner. She's having her dessert. Quite often Evie won't. She'll either be watching someone else or she'll quite often in your second one, she won't be about for as long. I mean, in saying that, though, there's been times where she hasn't been there for the first one. Sometimes there'll be a little competition. Yeah, fuck AI. It's like I really want a YouTube intro and outro video, and I'm terrible with technology. I really want to do something, but I don't want it to be an AI thing. I want there to actually be some creativity on my end and then just get some help of someone as to how to go about it. I don't know. You can always see straight through AI bullshit. Yeah. So yeah, I'll give you what I'm getting on the smell. It's very like sweet and like juicy. Like it smells it smells absolutely awesome. I feel like I'm getting I feel like there's pineapple and like peach, but there's like I feel like there's guava or something like that. Something with a bit of sweetness, tartness, and even like a sort of a spice. Like it could be like papaya. It just smells so damn good. Like this might be one of those beers where it drinks better at like 6 weeks as opposed to like a week. Cheers, Paul. Hope you're well, dude. I did a piney Westie before this one, dude. I was hoping to. I started earlier tonight so I could finish earlier, but the first one went for an hour. It's just so much banter in the chat, and I was trying to keep up with it, and it was just so fucking hard. Yeah, you've got an intro. You've got like a. Don't you have an intro video for your travel stuff? Yep. Yeah, I thought you did. Yeah, bloody oath. Yeah, I've got all 5 stouts of theirs in the fridge, dude. Actually, I've got 7 of their stouts in the fridge. I've even got the 2 Bottle Logic collabs, but Adam from Mersey Beers and possibly Peter the Clueless Drinker. We're going to do a stream with those 2 Bottle Logic collabs because I got them for him when Adam come over here. So yeah, massive stouts of theirs in the fridge. I'm thinking of doing a video on the weekend where I do all 5 in one show. I'll be loose. What I'll probably do is do it sort of early in the day, open all 5 beers and just have like a third of each one and then just sit on them for the rest of the day, like go on panels and stuff. Nah. As in the footy club brought it out or like the AFL store or one of my mates had, you know how they have the Aboriginal jersey? He had a hoodie or a jumper that had the pattern from that on it, and it looked really good. Angus. Did you say Angus? Yes. Angus, my dog. Yeah. No, I haven't bought a footy jumper for a while. I think the last one I got was, who would it have been? Yeah, I don't know. I've got quite a few over the years, but I think if you've got like a decent quality home one, it's sort of no point to keep buying home ones every year, sort of thing, unless they change significantly. But yeah, some of the the retros and that, they're pretty cool. I do still need to get a, because you know how every now and then Melbourne wear the royal blue instead of the navy blue. I want to get a royal blue one. Yep. See, I've still got the old school white one with the demon on it that was similar to what they wore. Unfortunately, it has Tom Scully's number on it. He didn't last there very long. But yeah, let's get into this beer, guys. Cheers. Oh man. Definitely stone fruit forward, but there's a lot else going on. So you're getting huge peach and some apricot. But yeah, there's like some sweet tropical fruit. Funnily enough, there's not much citrus. It's more like stone fruit and tropical. A little piney touch. But yeah, it's got some sweetness. It's got some like tartness. Fuck all bitterness. And yeah, it's like you are only getting that little touch of pine. It's certainly not like dry or bitter or anything like that. Yeah, that'd be a tough one. It'd have to be a big barrel aged stout, surely. It's like if I'm dying, I do not want to remember it. just, just knock me out. Ugh. That is a tough question. Ugh. I don't know if I could just pick out one. It's too hard. Like thinking old school though, Robbie Flower, um, Ron Barassi, Norm Smith, um, yeah, like a bit newer than that. Alan Jakovic would have been fucking unreal if he played more games. I used to like, yeah, Stephen Tingay. Um, yeah, David Neitz. David Neitz is an awesome bloke. I've actually had beers with him a few times. David Swartz would have been unreal if he didn't keep getting injured. But yeah, modern day. My three favourite modern day players are Jack Viney, Petraka, and Max Gawn. Max Gawn will definitely go down as a fucking massive hero of the club. Yeah, the big ox. It's good. Yeah, that's one thing I don't really use. TJ set one up, and I'm on there, but yeah, I don't. It's just something I don't really think about. Jim Steins, yes. Gary Lyon, no. Gary Lyon, loved him as a player, but just the way he's acted certain things after his career, even late in his career, I'm not a fan of him. I reckon he's a bit of a fuckwit, to be honest. And same with Clayton Oliver. Just never been a huge fan. I went to quite a few VFL games where Clayton was in and out of the side, and just the way he was carrying on, like I'd be there standing next to the bench, and he's there like punching shit and abusing players, and I'm just like, who is this fucking young redhead? He needs to settle down. Is it shit? Yeah. See, I love Todd Viney, so I was always going to be a massive Jack fan when he come on. And then Jack's like harder than his dad was. Yeah, Robbo. Fuck yeah. In my hometown, Robbo was mates with one of the local footballers because he used to do like a bit of boxing training and stuff with him. And he come and played a gig at one of our pubs, like just playing a because you know how he played guitar and sang and stuff. And he came and did a gig. It was just like a small group of people, just real intimate. It was fucking unreal. I remember my mum had a photo of me and Robbo on the fridge for like fucking years. It's probably still there. he even like sang, yeah, Heartbeat's True for the red and the blue. This beer is good. So that's the that's the thing with my channel. I have a lot of beers, but generally they're of decent quality. I do definitely dive in and try new breweries and that every now and then, and do get the occasional stinker, but most of the time they're pretty good quality. There's always something new and exciting out there in the craft world, which is cool. I started watching it, and I actually like. There was parts of it that were lame, but there was also parts that I thought, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, I ended up because I get tired so easily. I got up and I got something to eat, and then I sat back down and I was like eating while I was watching, and then yeah, lights out about 10 minutes later. So I've watched the first like probably 25 minutes or so. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's certainly some cringe stuff, but I thought, yeah, from what I'd seen so far, I was actually sort of yeah enjoying it. It's almost like I'm expecting it to be cringe. So uh, I've had I've had like sips of beers that are worth like $300-400 a bottle. But as far as if I've like bought a bottle myself just for my own consumption, like the whole bottle, I would probably say, yeah, maybe like $150 or something, like a special or at least barrel aged stout sort of thing. A beer shouldn't be worth that much, but they are, especially in Australia, because half the money's fucking tax and distribution. Yeah. I've just had a lot of mates telling me it's shit, but I don't know. You sort of got to expect it to be cringe. It's a movie they're trying to sort of do a remake of from, yeah, like the original come out in what, the 90s, early 90s or something, maybe mid 90s. Cheers, Evie. People were worried about you. They thought you might have got held up going to get some dinner somewhere. Yeah, I drink wine. I think I've done one or two wine reviews on the channel. One was the Snoop Dogg wine. You know how Snoop Dogg does a collab wine with that Aussie winery? Yeah, one was that, and then I think another one might have been an Aldi one. I was going to make it so, yeah, maybe I had an allocated day, maybe once a month or once a fortnight or something, where I do like a spirit or a wine. I just don't want it to become I just want it to be more about beer. 96, yeah. I know that I sort of knew roughly how old I was at the time. I remember exactly where I was when I watched it. Yeah, for sure. Cheers, Disco. We'll have to work out if we're going to do this Abbott's beer, dude. I know when I was on Craig's last week, Jake said he might be keen as well. I think so. I'm not sure. I haven't really heard much about it. Me. Will he do more songs than joints? That is the question. Will he flick his joint onto the hallowed turf and cause a fire? Yeah, cool. Yeah, we just got to. We'll find a day and time that sort of suits us and go from there. It'd be cool if there was like 3 or 4 of us. We want it to be a few of us, but not too many. I think 2 to 4 is sort of a good number when it comes to like a beer review when you're sharing them with people across the world. Any more is a bit too much. Yeah, real acidic. Yep. Yeah, I've got a Melbourne Premiership whiskey and a Melbourne Premiership wine. And I've just got them. I've just had them stored ever since we won the flag and they were released. I feel like they're the sort of thing. I sort of wish I had 2 of each. So I feel like they're the sort of thing that it's only just going to go up in value. One day I'll just get loose and drink them. It'll probably be if Melbourne won another flag. I'll be like, fuck yeah, let's get out that whiskey. I couldn't give a fuck about Snoop Dogg at the grand final, to be honest. I'm sick to death of them going for all these American artists and that. I just want fucking AC/DC. Just fucking get them there. Get it done. We want an Aussie iconic rock band that'll get the fucking crowd going. Cheers, Mitch. It's going down well, brother. Welcome in. It's quite sweet, a little bit tart as well. I'm getting like stone fruit and tropical fruit, like peach, pineapple, like a sort of like a papaya or a guava or something like that. But yeah, quite nice, dude. Oh yeah, which one? The one up in the mountains or the one at the foot of the mountains? Or the Melbourne one or the Hobart one. They got so many now. I forget about the other ones. I'm guessing you mean one of the New South Wales. Katoomba, yeah. Yeah, I've been there. It was unreal. I went there when they had the Roush Beer Festival. VIP, baby. It was unreal. So many good breweries there, and you just walked around and tried all their beers and talked shit with everyone. It was a really good weekend. I hit up a heap of. That was when I hit up a heap of the Sydney breweries for the first time. Like I went to. At the time, I went to Bracket, One Drop, Slow Lane, Grifter. Where else did I go? White Bay. What's the Cronulla one called? There's one sort of close to Cronulla, and then there's another one not far away from it. Shark Island, I think it's called. Sunday Road. Yeah, I remembered. Sunday Road. I've got a beer in the fridge from Sunday Road called Cronulla Fornication. I'm like, that is brilliant. I love that shit. Yeah, so Fox Friday from Tasmania have just recently folded, and they were doing really well. They had some sort of investor problems. I don't know what's going on, but they had a Hobart brewery and a Melbourne brewery, and they also owned Carwyn Cellars, my favourite bar bottle shop in Melbourne. I think they had a Perth venue as well. So what happened when they collapsed? Mountain Culture just swooped in and went, okay, we'll buy all their assets, hold on to some and sell some off. So their plan with Carwyn Cellars was always to sell it back to the Carwyns because they'd heard that they were somewhat interested. So they did that. They've held on to the Melbourne brewery, and now it's Melbourne. Now it's Melbourne Mountain Culture. The Hobart one's Mountain Culture Tasmania, and then the Perth one I think they sold to Rocky Ridge, who's like a WA brewery, but they're based south of Perth. So now they've got a Perth venue. So yeah, it worked out pretty good. It just sucks though, because Fox Friday was such a fucking awesome brewery. They just come out of nowhere and all of a sudden we're probably doing the best West Coast beers in the world. And then all of a sudden, nah, they're folding. It's like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, how good is it? When I seen that, I was like, that is phenomenal. And it's got like, because you know the show Californication with David Duchovny. Is that his name? The X Files dude. Yeah, it's got a like a character of him, and he looks real like fucked up. Yeah, nah, it's same word, but it's more referring to the TV series than the Peppers album that you're thinking of. Yeah, I could definitely recommend a heap for you, mate. When it gets closer to the time, let me know and I'll do a list for you. I could give you an exact list of where to go in Sydney because they're all really close to each other. It's awesome. You get on a train or a bus about 15 minutes out of the city centre and you're in this one suburb and there's about fucking 10 different breweries all in the same area. So you can just walk to them. It's so cool. I always used to think Melbourne had the best beer scene right up until probably 2 or 3 years ago, and now I reckon Sydney's number one. No, it's I have tried many beers from Adelaide breweries, but I just haven't been over there as an adult. It's my next destination I want to go to. So what I'm thinking is maybe around like summertime. I'm going to just take a couple of days off work either side of a weekend and I'll head over to Adelaide for maybe 4 days or so. And yeah, check out some breweries and bars. I've already got a list of where I want to go. And I might even do like a wine day trip or something. I've heard like it's good food in Adelaide as well. They've got like a lot of food markets and yeah, it's a place I definitely want to check out. I have been there a few times, but yeah, either as a teenager or a kid, just not at drinking age. Yeah, it's just not my. I don't know. It's just not my sort of thing. Like if I was at the footy, like if I was at the footy grand final day and Snoop Dogg's the main act, I'd sort of be disappointed because it's like you could have some massive band that you're a huge fan of, or Snoop Dogg is. It's just like it wouldn't interest me in the slightest. Probably annoys a lot of people, but I've always thought he was overrated. Yeah, the reason I was VIP is I've been with them since they started. I've like shopped online through them for years and know DJ fairly well and Pat. And yeah, like just because I was a supporter from the early years and stuff, like they send out like emails to events and shit. And yeah, like it worked out pretty cool. Yeah, that would have been unreal. I mean, obviously it's been hard because I live in Victoria, so I haven't been able to go to many stuff that what things they've had. But even their original, they used to do Zoom. They used to do Zoom chats, and there was just a little group of us that used to get on there, and we'd hang out and drink beers together. And then it just got bigger and bigger, and it got to a stage where I wasn't enjoying it anymore. All these fuckwits come in and just ruined it. Rabbit. Have you heard about rabbits? No. The only beer I can think of with rabbit in the name's White Rabbit, but that's like Victorian, and I don't know if it's still going. I'll have to look it up. Marrickville. Yeah, from Bondi, it's probably, I don't know, about a, if you went on the train, it'd probably be 20, 25 minutes. It's probably not even that. So I remember I went from the city centre all the way out to the airport, and it only took like 20 minutes. So yeah, I couldn't imagine it being any more than half an hour, but it's like definitely worth it. It's just such a cool area. I got the bus from the city centre, and it drops you right out the front of Brackett. You'll go into Brackett, awesome hazies, good people in there. Then you go, oh, where am I going to go next? I'll go to Kicks. And you start walking and you're there within like 5 minutes. And you're like, this is fucking brilliant. I've just been to two of the best fucking breweries in the world within like 100 meters of each other. It's cool. Yeah, for sure. Should be easy to do. Yeah, I like Biggie, but I'm not a huge fan of that style. It's all about the guitar, drums, and bass for me. I do not want to go to a festival and some guys up there playing tunes from a DJ box and claiming them as his own. And yeah, come on. I fucking hate that shit. Exactly. I don't mind it. It's just, yeah, I've always been a rock and metal guy. I definitely like diverse music, but I just think as far as rap goes, it's just I've got to be in the mood for it. So even like Eminem, like I liked his earlier stuff, but then you could just tell he lost his edge. He wasn't struggling anymore. He's writing these songs from fucking a luxury life, and yeah, it's like using fucking, I don't know, like shorts from other songs and that. And it's just like, this is shit. Like, where's the old Eminem gone? That's like old school, isn't it? Yeah, for sure. Give me some Silverchair, Evie, some Living Ends, some Grinspoon, some Powderfinger. Yeah, I got to do another chug tonight. I might do an Aussie band. Yep. Little Bang is a definite. Pirate Life is a definite. Um, Probably your Radler, Prancing Pony. So obviously they're in different areas, but yeah, it depends how long I'm there for and if I have a vehicle or not. Shapeshifter. There's a couple of pubs I had marked down, but yeah, Pirate Life's a definite. Like I was right into Pirate Life when they first started. Like I've been one of their original sort of fanboys, and I never got a chance to go to their Hindmarsh location. Um, It'd be so good if I went to the Port Adelaide one and Mick was there. 'Cause, yeah, just it'd be cool. Cheers, Disco. I'll get back to you, dude, on the Abbott's thing, mate. We'll sort something out. It'll be a good time. Yep. Yeah, Marrickville or St. Peter's or Newtown. They're sort of all the same area. Just there's a pub in Newtown called what's it called? Someone help me. What's the real good craft pub in Newtown on the main stretch there? It's pretty awesome. Is it the Union? Cheers, Brevis. Good to see you, brother. We're just talking shit about the beer scenes in different cities and yeah, particularly Adelaide and Sydney. I've done Sydney recently. I really enjoyed it. I'd love to go back, but yeah, I want to do Adelaide first. It'd be good if I could tie it up and do Adelaide when there's footy on, but yeah, footy season's done now. We always seem to play in Adelaide during the fucking real busy round where all the teams play there. We always seem to play sort of both games at that same time of the year. So yeah, hit the like button if you haven't already. And I get what you mean with that last stream. It's like the likes kept like coming and going. I don't know what's going on there. Gather round, that's it. I couldn't remember the name of it. See, last year we had to play Adelaide for gather round, and then we had to stay. We had to stay either a week before or a week after it to play Port there as well, and we ended up beating them both of them. It's pretty good. But then this year, I think we lost. I can't remember this year. It's been a fucking shit season anyway. We had that gold patch where we won like 5 games in a row, and everyone's like, "Oh, here comes the D's," and then they just fucking collapsed again. Very disappointing. And welcome Hamish in because he's new here. He's a rookie. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. I got heaps of mates that don't like sport. I could probably reel off about probably half a dozen just in the beer community that don't really like it. Yeah, I'm not a fan. When she kept banging on about him, I went and listened to some of the stuff, and it's just like, I think he's only got hype because he did that fucking Ozzy Osbourne thing recently, and chicks probably just find him good looking. That's probably all it is. I just don't see what the appeal is at all. Fucking oath. And that's, yeah, like we've fantastic list. Obviously, fucking killed it a few years ago, I really thought we were going to do damage for years to come after that. And it's like just all this off-field shit just fucking ruined it. I tell you what, like I say most times when I get about halfway through the second, I could have a few more. Yeah. It's so funny how, yeah, like this do live beer reviews and like you're just talking shit in the chat, banter, and like next minute and hours pass. It's the beauty though. It's like you can pretty much do what you want. Who cares? Yeah. Evie had her kids when she was 12. No, I'm gonna guess and say that Evie had her first child when she was. I'm gonna say in between the years of 17 and 19. That's like as in the first child. Just because she said she had him really young, I thought, I reckon it's got to be under 20. Especially like because back then that would be considered pretty young. I was the closest, Hamish, because I'm a seasoned veteran. I'm not a rookie like you. Grandkids, Jesus. No, I remember you saying that. It's funny though. Sometimes you'll see people and they look like I don't know. They're maybe in their 40s or something, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've had a crazy weekend. I was just hanging out with the grandkids," and I'm like, "What the fuck? Did you just say grandkids?" I could go some barbecue right now. When I was at work today, actually, we're in the office area and we're looking outside, and it looks so fucking nice out there. And I'm like, how good would a barbecue be right now? A big brisket, and everyone's like, oh, yeah. Yeah. This ain't Sammy's first barbecue. Yeah. Oh, shit. My aim was to get to bed by 9 o'clock. It is now 9:25. I will now aim for 10 o'clock bedtime, but I will wrap this up shortly. Whew, gassy, because I want to do I might do a little chuggy. One thing I have found too, that which can be quite annoying, especially because I have trouble with sleep. You'll have 2 beers most nights and go to bed, and then you spend most of the fucking night getting up and going to the toilet, even though you've only had 2 beers. Ugh. Ooh, ribs. You sure did. Good old Brett. Brett Favre. He was a gun. Can anyone tell me how TJ's going? Juzzy probably could. What is like? Are you worried about him or something? I know he's just got a bit of fatigue from YouTube. It's bound to happen. He's pretty much stopped working full time and concentrating on his YouTube and been like pouring his heart and soul into it. And you're always gonna, I don't know, get a bit of a writer's block, as they say, struggling to come up with enough stuff creatively, or yeah, just even like just having to put up with bullshit negative comments. And part of it too, like you probably, when you work, you just rock up to work and you know you've always got that income there and you don't have to stress too much about it. But when you're working, like when your creative outlet, YouTube, is your income, you'd probably start to stress a little when things aren't going your way. And yeah, so there'd be a lot going on in his head. I'm sure he'll be fine though. He's doing a good job. I've always been what do you call it? I've always been a passionate person. So when I get into stuff, I get into it real deep. Um, but yeah, well, I think I like to experience new things as well. So from a young age, even when I sort of, as a teenager, first started drinking and that, I was always trying new stuff. I've never been that type of person that just sticks with the same shit, and like I'm always wanting to try something new or change it up, or it's like I've just always had that mentality that you only live once, so try as much shit as possible, sort of thing. So yeah, even from that young age of first starting drinking, I was trying as much different shit as I could. And then so when it come to beer, I was drinking like stouts and all that shit, even when I was like first turned 18 and legal drinking age. I'd go to a pub and I'd try every single beer they'd have there just to see what I liked and all that. So I think I was always going to be that type of person that got into sort of craft beer or whiskey or one of those. And but yeah, the thing that really changed it for me, I lived with a guy that used to brew his own beers, and he had family that were from Melbourne that would go to bars like the local tap house, and they'd experience all this awesome craft beer and international beer and that, and it sort of intrigued me. And he used to come home from trips to Melbourne with all these random beers, and I was just like, I got to a point where I was like, I want to sort of try these beers. And yeah, so I think it was about 2012 was when I got sort of deep into it. I started going to breweries and checking out bottle shops I normally wouldn't go to, and I'd just try anything new. And yeah, it all sort of went from there. Just exploded. Untapped obviously made the passion even stronger because you'd like check in beers, and it was just sort of exciting when Untapped was going. I mean, it's still going now, but I just don't really utilize it anymore. I'm sure that answers your question thoroughly. As far as age goes, yeah, I don't know how old I was. Like I suppose when I got deep into craft beer, I would have been in my 20s, but yeah. Oops, shit. I nearly accidentally clicked delete comment. Yeah, exactly. It'd be like a player playing for Collingwood and then going to Essendon or Carlton, but I suppose it does happen. Oh yeah? What, you reckon that works? He'll be fine, Evie. He's probably just enjoying some free time. Yeah, exactly. He's probably at some local eatery and then he's going home to play Street Fighter. Yeah. Eagles. Uh, yeah, I don't know who else. It's probably too hard to say just yet. Get back to me in a month or so. But I just think the Eagles are going to have a couple of years of dominance. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I haven't had Stone and Wood for a while. So they were a beer that when Pacific Ale first come out, that was definitely a beer that like gave me sort of, I don't know, like a good impression of the craft industry. Thanks. Yeah. Daisy. Yeah. I don't mind Daisy in the media. He's got a good personality. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you saying that, Steve. I want to I want to go back there. In all honesty though, dude, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because when I've been there during the day. Every single time I go there, the bottom area is never open. Is that a regular thing or is it just like only open at night? 'Cause every single time I've been there, I've probably been to the local tap house 10 times and you go there and that bottom section's never open. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. You'll have some big beer that's like real hoppy, and you're like, I did not know beer could taste like this. What was the first New Zealand craft beer that really like hit the spot for you, Kim? Maybe because I'm old. Actually, one thing that probably wouldn't help, Hamish, is when you're doing beer stuff, you have to set your channel to 18 plus. So that's obviously going to deter. Like I wouldn't have any young ones on here just strictly for that reason. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Is the apex still a thing? I know they like to utilize the word youths. Someone at work today said the particular nation when it comes to all these home invasions and stuff. And I'm like, hey, don't be racist. They're called youths. Everyone's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Cheers, Angie. Welcome to the madness. Okay. Yeah, it's just like I've been there for like over the years since I got into craft beer. So I've probably been there, yeah, at least 10 times in like, yeah, over a decade. So I just can't believe that every single time I've been there, the bottom's just never open. I just always like, why do I come here? It's like only half the joints open all the time. But yeah, I do recall the last time I went there, I was real disappointed. So, and that was a couple of years ago because it's owned by the people that own Stomping Ground. Well, I'm pretty sure it is. It used to be anyway. And when I went there last time, they just had mainly Stomping Ground beers, and I'm like, this is shit. Like, they used to have all this awesome international stuff and shit that you even Aussie craft that was hard to get, and then all of a sudden they got all the brewery you can get just down the road. It's like it's not worth coming here for that. You know it, Rusty. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. The Apex Gang kicking in a door next to you. I remember they had a group, like a group of, they did like rap songs and that, and they were quite often in trouble with police for committing home invasions. And they're like, no, we don't do any of that. We're clean. We earn our money properly. We're musicians. And then their songs were about stomping indoors and taking people's like cars and that. And it's like, you fucking idiots. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah. So a dark beer. That's awesome. And I'll never forget, like, drinking Guinness at a real young age with like yeah, some of Dad's mates and family members and that, and just being like, "Fuck yeah, this tastes real different." Like, I like it. And that would have been when I was like real young, like early teenage years. Yeah, I think though I mean, if you've got a channel that it's like you're not doing any, like your adventure channel, if you just had that as like 18 plus, you could end up losing a lot of viewers. I think it's yeah, with the beer stuff, obviously you sort of have to do it or you can get in trouble. They can fuck up your algorithm then because you haven't set it to a proper thing and you sort of encouraging underage drinking and stuff. But if you've just got a channel that's yeah, like I don't know about music or sport or traveling or anything like that, you'd be silly not to like to have any restrictions on it because you're losing a massive audience. Like, think of all the young ones under 18 that use YouTube these days. Yeah, I did, but you only live once. It is Thursday night, so it's one of those things. If you're still enjoying yourself, just keep going. It's been great interaction tonight. That last stream was full on. Like, yeah, I honestly just struggled just to fucking keep chatting, like just reading all the comments and trying to respond to every single one. It was ridiculous. This one's a bit easier. Yeah, one of our mates, like it's in the community, he's like a nice elderly gentleman. He busts it out on the piano every now and then. It's pretty cool. Cooper's Sparkling. Cheers, Hamish. Thanks for popping in, bro. What time do you have to get up and what time do you start? For me, tomorrow, it's a 4 a.m. wake up and a 5 a.m. start. Let's hope I get more than 10 minutes break tomorrow. Exactly. One thing that's definitely going to help with me ending this stream as I start to feel a little needing to pee situation coming. So what do I do? Drink more. Yeah, boy. What was I up to? Cheers, Juzz. Thanks for chiming in, bro. We'll have to organise a fucking get together, dude. Let's get on the beers and the eats in Melbs. Yeah, boy. Did you just say you're waxing and farting? I think that's what I read. Yeah, I think the name Apex come from I'm pretty sure it's the street name in Dandenong, but it's real rough, where a lot of them lived. That's why they started calling themselves the Apex Gang. Where is this on YouTube, Brandon? I want to check it out. I'll actually, if you hold the phone right there, I'll see if I can find the group I was talking about. It's probably going to be hard to find them. I can't remember the. I know they were based in the like the Fitzroy flats there, like on Gertrude Street. They were from that area. I just can't remember what the song or the band's called, but it's pretty much about home invasions. And they're talking about wearing Gucci and all that sort of shit. It's like you fucking idiots. Yep. So you're up at the same time as me, bro. Yeah, and apparently Vessel was playing guitar. Woo. If they come to Australia, I'm fucking there in a heartbeat. I am there. Yeah, they did like Atlanta, Georgia, and they busted out. Um, Was it the first time they'd played the last song off the new album? And then they did that Provider song, which I'm not a fan of. That was the first time they did that. It's a bit cringy, that song. Oh, God. I mean, yeah, you are incorrect. You're actually add another hour and probably 5 minutes on top of that. I've pretty much been going for 2.5 hours. You were what do they call it when yeah, that's it. You were anal bleaching. Oh, fucking hell. Yep. Nah. Everyone's got shit going on, Phil. Cool. The old cider. Sounds good. Fresh cider. Delicious. Hot Lanta. The Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, bro. Just been full of chat. It's been I went earlier than usual, and I sort of expected there to be less numbers. If anything, there was more. And the first stream was just like so many comments and just so fucking hard to keep up with it. Because like I like to actually respond to most comments, and yeah, it just got to a stage where it was just too hard. Yeah, I fucking wish it was. It will be in 2 hours and 10 minutes, but unfortunately, I still have to go to work. Yeah. No, I've just always had in the back of my head, I've always thought of the Americans because when I first started reviewing, that was the American and the UK beer scene was more my audience. But it's almost like I don't have to worry about that anymore because it shifted more Aussie. The Falcons. What about is it the Braves? I'm just trying to think of every Atlanta sports team. Does Cousins still starting quarterback for the Falcons after he left us? Yes, I like your style. Cool. I ordered some more beers today too. Funnily enough, quite a few West Coasts. I don't know. I just look at beers now and it's like I'll only sort of buy hazies if I know they're going to be decent quality. It's like if I want to try a new brewery now, I'll go, fuck it. I'm going to try their West Coast or a stout or something different. Yeah, so I'm not doing the 3 shifts. I just do the 2. So I start at either 4 or 5 in the morning and finish early to mid afternoon. And then the other shift is I start early afternoon and never know what time I'm going to finish. It can be anywhere from 9 p.m. to like 1 in the morning. It's all right. It's just, yeah, when we do a heap of overtime and we don't really want to do it, it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, on a good note, because I worked so much overtime last week. Yes, I was tired as fuck and sick of it, but at least my paycheck was pretty decent. So I've been struggling financially a bit lately, so it's good to start getting some good paychecks and sort of getting back on top of things. It's just been a hectic year. Like I've done a fair bit this year, so it's like it's also too just like cost of living. I dropped I dropped some money in my job, so that didn't help. Plus my rent went up, so there's just been certain things that sort of worked against me. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting better now. Everyone's struggling financially. It's just tough at the moment. Yeah, the Braves. Fuck yeah. One thing that'd be pretty cool to check out in Atlanta is the Coca Cola. Like, I think that's where the original Coca Cola was, and they've got all this like history. And I was thinking it'd be a cool thing to check out. Yeah, yeah. I got no idea. I haven't sort of. Unfortunately, I've been at work when most of the games have been on, so I haven't been able to watch any. I just sort of watched the highlights of some. Yeah, like I was that tired yesterday. We had a meeting after work, and I was falling asleep in the meeting, and everyone's just like looking at me like, "What the fuck's going on?" But yeah, I haven't been sleeping very well, so you throw that in with a really early start and some like physical work, and it's like, yeah, my body. As soon as I relax, my body just wants to shut down. Deion Sanders, fuck yeah. What about Barry Sanders? Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, kids. I need to get some shut eye. Thanks heaps for hanging with me tonight. It's been good. The old virtual pub. One day I hope to get it set up so it looks more like a sort of pub atmosphere. It'd be cool. Be like, come and hang out by the bar with me. But yeah, until then, we'll just roll with the recliner and the Aussie flag. Um, this beer was, yeah, typical mountain culture hazy, very tasty. Probably a little bit on the sweet side and stone fruity side for my liking, but yeah, still a good offering. I'll say probably, yeah, probably similar score to the last beer, 4.3. So yeah, get around them, get around White Bay as well. That was the beer I did before. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining in. It's been another good night on the YouTubes. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night. I might even do something big tomorrow night because obviously it's Friday night. I don't know if is anyone around in the afternoons here in Australia. Anyone here in the chat at the moment on Friday afternoons? Is anyone around? Because sometimes when I finish work on a Friday, if it's early, I feel like a beer, and I thought if there's anyone around, I could always do an early stream. But yeah, the footy, yep. We'll see how we go. I'll work around that probably. Do a different time. But yeah. Thanks again, guys, and we will see you again soon. Cheers. Taking a while to